This is a 100 Q&A practice test. Plaintiff attorney, Mr. Reed, capital R-E-E-D. Defense attorney, Ms. M.S. period Wilson, capital W-I-L-S-O-N. We'll start with plaintiff attorney. Ready? One of the first witnesses that answered all my questions before I even asked them, so I'm sorry, I didn't know what order you wanted it. Trust me, it's pleasant this way, Mr. Drum. I'm going to have to go back, though. The investigators that you went up with, did those include Sheriff Jerry Pagel from the Calumet County Sheriff's Department, as well as Investigator Wendy Baldwin from the Sheriff's Department? Yes, sir. Were you told where to fly? In other words, were you told what locations they were interested in? They gave me, I think, some longitudes, which I programmed into a GPS, and of course I knew nothing of the nature of the investigation. They just told me to go there, that they were looking for a possible car or a person. The first location was relatively near the airport. Am I getting ahead of myself? No, you are doing great. Why don't you tell us that first location? By the way, do you know whose home or whose residence or where that was located? They did not tell me. No, it was the vicinity of Highway 310 and Q, I believe, about 1.5 miles from the airport. We circled over that property and a radius of a couple miles around that area. Let me stop you there, Mr. Drum. The residence around Highway 310 and Q was that the first location that they instructed you to look at? Yes, sir. Are you familiar, Mr. Drum, with the Avery Auto Salvage property? I was not until following everything had happened, but are you now familiar? Oh, yes, sir. And was that the first property that they asked you to go search around? No. That was the second. All right. So Avery's wasn't even the first place that they asked you to look? No, sir. All right. After that first residence, then you were asked to search a second property. Is that right? That's affirmative. That ended up being the Avery property. We followed roads. Again, they weren't sure why she was missing, so we followed roads and the smaller county highways to see if she had maybe gone off the road or into the ditch or had an accident that wasn't reported or otherwise found. Eventually worked our way up to what's the Avery property. When you say that we were searching, what's all included in an aerial search or a search with an airplane? You know, they were the investigators, so they knew what they were looking for. As a pilot, I'm more used to looking at things from the air, so they gave me a description of the vehicle we were looking for, the color and the make and model. and we tried to see if there was any place where that car might have been in a ditch or an area it may have been involved in an accident, or if it had been ridden someplace or behind a garage or in front of some trees or whatever. From above, you have got a lot better view of areas looking down. All right, the word list. Mr. Drum, capital D-R-U-M-M. Sheriff, Jerry Pagel, capital S-H-E-R-I-F-F. New word, capital J-E-R-R-Y. New word, capital P-A-G-E-L. Calumet County Sheriff's Department, capital C-A-L-U-M-E-T. New word, capital C-O-U-N-T-Y. New word, capital S-H-E-R-I-F-F, apostrophe S. New word, capital D-E-P-A-R-T-M-E-N-T. Investigator Wendy Baldwin, capital I on investigator. Wendy, capital W-E-N-D-Y. Baldwin, capital B-A-L-D-W-I-N. GPS would be all caps, no periods, no spaces, GPS. Avery Auto Salvage, capital A-V-E-R-Y. New word, capital A-U-T-O. New word, capital S-A-L-V-A-G-E. And that is it for the word list. And that will conclude our 100 Q&A practice test.